I'm a married woman who has recently found herself utterly enchanted by a younger man. I know it might invite judgment from others, but I can't help it. I'm not planning to stop anytime soon. The object of my affection is none other than one of my husband's subordinates at work. It's been 7 years since I married my husband, and we have a 5-year-old daughter. My husband is significantly older than me. I was drawn to his kind nature and decided to marry him, seeing his stable financial situation as a plus. His job keeps him extremely busy. He leaves early for work and comes home late. After becoming pregnant, I left my job, and with my husband's busy schedule, I've been raising our child on my own, which is exhausting. It's been years since I've felt the warmth of my husband's embrace. When he is home, he just cleans up and goes straight to bed because he's so tired. His job requires him to travel frequently to other regions. Then one day he called me. I'll be bringing a guest over for a few days for work, so can you please prepare the guest room? Following his call, I hurriedly started to tidy up the guest room. I was annoyed by the sudden need to host someone, but I accepted the situation and quickly cleaned the house and prepared dinner. My husband introduced the man he brought home. This is Mitchell, who came up to Seoul for work from the region. When I'm on business trips there, I stay at Mitchell's place. I took another look at the man standing behind my husband. Mitchell was handsome, tall, and seemed to have a pleasant personality. Hello, ma'am. I apologize for the sudden imposition. I'll be in your care for a few days. I won't be a bother, I promise. I'll just sleep and go. Please don't worry about me, Mitchell said. My husband added, Mitchell will be staying with us for about 3 days. He'll eat out, so don't worry about meals. He's considerate not to trouble you, okay? Mitchell gave me a light smile. I could have stayed outside, but your husband insisted I come here. I'm really sorry, he laughed. It's fine by me. My daughter's father owes Mitchell a lot, so please make yourself at home, I replied with a smile. Living with an older husband and then seeing a younger man brought a refreshing change. Mitchell was cheerful and seemed well adapted to social life. My husband and Mitchell started drinking together in the living room. Mitchell offered me a drink, but I replied, I'm not good with alcohol. Please don't mind me and enjoy yourselves. I was cleaning the kitchen while eavesdropping on the conversation between my husband and Mitchell. I was particularly keen on what the handsome Mitchell was talking about. My husband asked Mitchell, when are you going to get married? Do you have a girlfriend? Mitchell suddenly laughed loudly and said, Boss, you're really lucky. Seeing how beautiful you are, ma'am, I'd marry in a heartbeat if I met someone like you. My father's business is doing well, so we've already got an apartment ready, Mitchell continued. My husband jokingly asked, Wow, Mitchell, you're quite the catch, huh? But can I ask you something? Mitchell encouraged him. Sure, ask away. My husband inquired, Do you have any loans? To which Mitchell laughed and replied, No, I don't. If you know any decent ladies, please introduce me. I'm too busy for dating, and it gets lonely at night. Pointing to Mitchell, my husband said, Honey, Mitchell is from a prestigious university and does well at work, getting monthly bonuses. Think if there's someone we can introduce him to. I replied briefly, I'll think about it. The thought crossed my mind that any woman with Mitchell wouldn't have to worry about mortgage, principal, and interest like we do, given his good looks, job success, and wealth. My husband commented on how Mitchell keeps a low profile despite being popular. The female employees at the company get so excited when Michael is around. Even if they ask him out, he doesn't even make eye contact. He's too picky, he said. Why was I drawn to Michael in this awkward situation? It was his large round eyes and clear skin that caught my attention. I decided I needed to take good care of him for the next 3 days. Would you like some breakfast, Michael? I asked, to which he replied, I don't eat much. Don't worry about me, I offered. My husband takes an Americano in a tumbler with him. Would you like me to prepare one for you, too? Michael gratefully accepted. Really? That would be an honor. My husband said it was getting late and went to wash up and sleep. After showering, he lay in bed and fell asleep, while Michael went to the guest room and the house quieted down. I couldn't sleep, not expecting a young, handsome man to suddenly be staying at my house. I ended up staying up late, watching a drama on TV with the lights off. About an hour later, Michael came out to go to the bathroom, dressed in comfortable pants and a shirt instead of his suit. He looked even more attractive. Right, he's staying for 2 more days. I should take good care of him, like he's my own brother. The next morning, I got up early, brewed coffee into a tumbler, and packed nuts and Greek yogurt. Michael was thankful for such a thoughtful breakfast, saying he'd never had anything like it. My husband said, I'll come home a bit early today, and left for work. That day, I meticulously took care of the guest room bedding. The thought of Michael's handsome face made my heart flutter. Honestly, I was smitten with Michael at first sight. I waited eagerly for Michael to return. Yesterday, I couldn't bring anything back. I heard that Mrs. likes tiramisu cake, so I decided to pick one up, he said as he handed me the cake. Our hands brushed against each other as I took the cake, and I couldn't help but notice how warm his touch was. My husband mentioned, I'm going to head to bed a bit early today. I'm really short on sleep, and went into our bedroom. I struck up a conversation with Michael about having dessert together. Michael replied, I'll just take a quick shower and be right back, ma'am. After his shower, our 5-year-old daughter exclaimed, Uncle is so handsome, Mommy, which made Michael's face turn red. She brought her favorite toy in a box, and Michael played with her, matching her level of enthusiasm. My handsome uncle, I want to make your face out of clay, she said, and went on to craft a likeness of Michael. He joked, seems like your uncle's got some art skills, and offered, I'll make a model of your face, ma'am. Just sit still for 20 minutes. Those 20 minutes felt like hours. The atmosphere suddenly quieted down, and our daughter, feeling sleepy, went off to her room. Michael came back with a serious expression and presented the finished piece, which surprisingly turned out quite beautifully. You have such a talent. It feels too generous just to accept this, I exclaimed, to which he winked and said, for a beautiful lady like yourself, it's on the house. Having been married for 3 years and a housewife for 7, my heart raced uncontrollably at the sight of Michael. Being the wife of a manager, I felt it was inappropriate to speak my mind freely, and I found myself in a difficult situation. I thanked Michael for playing with our daughter, and even drawing, to which he said he was going to bed. I followed him, asking, the room might be a bit cold since it's unused. Is the temperature okay? He replied, it's perfect. Thank you so much for your concern, ma'am. And embarrassingly, I found myself sitting on the bed. Can we talk for a bit? It seemed like Michael sensed my feelings. Is there something going on with the boss? I've been worried since you looked a bit down the first time I saw you, our beautiful lady. Continuing from before, I embarrassingly confessed. My husband and I are just living together in name. He's always either working late or on business trips. It's so busy I sometimes wonder if we're actually a couple or just housemates. Raising a child on my own can be exhausting. Michael was quick to pick up on my feelings. He locked the doors securely and comforted me, saying, "Look forward to tomorrow, ma'am." I wanted to stay in his arms longer, but I couldn't. I tiptoed back into our bedroom, removed my makeup, and took a shower, finding myself humming and chuckling without realizing it. The next morning, I prepared breakfast for the two men. I cheerfully wished them a good day, and Michael gave me a secret wink. After dropping off my child at school, I was hit with a wave of tiredness and took a nap. On his last day, Michael brought a toy of my child's favorite character. I thanked him for his daily thoughtfulness. And my husband, wanting to go to bed early again, retired to our bedroom. This time, Michael drew a portrait of our daughter, who exclaimed, "Dad, can't draw, but Uncle, you're really amazing." Michael mentioned he had many nieces and nephews. He said the best way to put a child to sleep was with a bedtime story, and read one to my daughter in her room. She yawned contentedly and fell into a deep sleep. That night, we shared a bottle of wine and exchanged contact information. Despite his busy schedule, Michael often finds time to visit me. Being with Michael makes me feel truly alive. I think I'll enjoy this thrilling relationship for a while longer.